Hey everyone, I'm back with another review with a book called Praise by Sara Cate. I just want to preface by saying that this is a review of an erotic book. So this is obviously for mature audiences only, so if you're a child, please do not watch this. And if you're offended by this, please don't watch this either. So anyway, this book is centered around a 21-year-old woman named Charlotte, who goes by Charlie, who recently broke up with her ex-boyfriend named Beau. And the book opens up with Charlotte needing to go to Beau's dad's house to collect her half of the rent with the apartment that she shared with Beau, but not anymore, obviously. So she goes to her ex-boyfriend's father's house herself. The father, Emerson, tells her to get on her knees, to look down, and to be submissive. The whole thing is a misunderstanding because he runs an escort business and also a sex club called the Salacious Players Club, and he assumes that she is another escort for him. He's soon embarrassed to realize that this is actually his son's ex-girlfriend, and for context, Emerson is in bad terms with his son. Beau is ashamed of his father's business and finds it disgusting, and Emerson hires Charlotte as a way to somehow rekindle communication with his son. It's like a desperate attempt to try to rekindle communication. And soon Charlotte is swept up into the whole BDSM world, and she fantasizes about having sex with her hot and sexy boss, Emerson. It's a forbidden desire in her mind, though, because he is 20 years older than her, and of course it's also her ex's dad, so it gets a little iffy. Nevertheless, she learns the ins and outs of the whole BDSM world and becomes interested in all the different kinks that exist in there. Slowly, an intimate and sexual relationship begins with Emerson, and she falls in love with him, and the feeling is actually mutual. In terms of the plot, though, that's as far as I'll go. I don't want to give away too much, but there is, of course, a lot of tension later with both Beau and Emerson and Charlotte. Another important aspect of this book is Charlotte's self-esteem. She doesn't feel that she is worthy of much, and she does not value herself. Her dad left her because her sister is transgender, and he didn't agree with that, so I guess she has what they call daddy issues. But Emerson builds up her self-esteem and sees the value in her and the good in her, and that is why they make such a good pair. There's one scene where she is getting like auctioned off at the sex club, and someone else keeps bidding for her, but Emerson wants her for himself, so he bids $75,000 for 1 hour with her. I found this book to be surprisingly educational on all the different kinks that exist. Charlotte ends up discovering that she has a praise kink, where she is submissive and eager to please, but gets turned on by someone praising her. She has a dominant or submissive, what they call a dom-sub, relationship with Emerson. She calls him sir and all of that, and gets punished throughout the book, or punished, which is really, she enjoys it. She signs up for a long questionnaire to find out all the different kinks that she does like or is intrigued in, and what she's not willing to do. So they have fiery hot sex with each other, and it's all consensual. It's all she literally signed up a long form about what she's willing to do and not, so it's all very ethical. And I also am a sucker for age gap romance, so I really like this one, and I must admit that the scenes are pretty hot in this book. I find the maturity and the authoritativeness of the older person to be pretty hot. I love the scenes that take place in the sex club. I don't know why, it's so freaky and fun, and it's like forbidden and hedonistic. I just love it. The book was a really fun read for me. I sped through it. The writing is simple. It kind of reminds me of Wattpad, which if you know, you know. Wattpad is it's hard to explain. It's just like a place where anyone can write stories and publish them online. It's a good site for smut like this, and yeah, I really liked it. I gave it 4 stars, and I hope I did not alienate my viewers too much with this book. I have to admit, I was in a reading slump for a while, and this brought me out of it, so I'm really thankful for this book.